Believe Nation, we're back doing another live. Super excited. Let's bring in a special guest. We're gonna wait for him to join in. So Thursday is my public-facing day. Again, it's all day interviews and hangouts and podcasts and meetings, and I love it. I love it. It's spread the mission day. I like having one day that all I have to focus on is helping other people, and so that's my Thursday. That's all I do every single Thursday. So I'm excited to be back with you guys here tonight. Welcome, Cheek Goddess. Welcome to Chico. Hope I pronounced that okay. Julio, Amina, Artem, Gay, Jorge. Gay and Jorge. I love it. It's amazing. David, Leslie, Bika, Scott, Rohit, Joseph, Monica, introvert branding coach. I love that. An introvert branding coach. I'm an introvert myself, so I love that. We got introvert branding coaches in the house. Sulaimon, welcome aboard. All right, so we're gonna bring in. Oh, I see Nick in the house. We're gonna bring in Manko when he joins. We're waiting on Kyle Manko. We're gonna give him some coaching, some advice. Nick, did you get the video from New York? Nick, #1 fan here. Nick, I don't know if you're the #1 fan, Nick. I don't know, Nick. There's a lot of good fans. Nick and I did a push-up challenge in New York. He and Kyle Manko and Jeremy all crushed me. I forget how many push-ups I did, but they all destroyed me. So you couldn't find it. Look for the 8-hour live stream in New York. You'll see it, Nick. All right, I see the house. Hopefully he has his headset. Does Kyle have his headset on today? Let's see. There he is.
Howdy. Good morning.
Good morning. Wow. Did you just wake up?
No, I've been awake for a couple hours.
Okay, good.
I'm trying to get up at like 8 in the morning every day, try and be like my idol, Evan Carmichael.
Look at you, 8 a.m. early riser, my guy.
It's hard for a gamer. That's not a gamer routine, you know.
I know, I hear you. All right, welcome aboard, man. Kyle Manko, one of the best team up players in the world. Also, my coach to help me get to get the gold this season. Oh, is he cutting out? There we go. We got you back. Oh, wait. Now we get to see we're seeing his ceiling. He's cutting out. We're waiting.
There was
so there you go.
So I turned off the Wi-Fi.
All right, cool. So what do we got, man? How can I help?
Okay, so I have a couple things. All right, business related stuff. So
business. Let's talk business.
Yeah, because that's not my expertise. So monetization, revenue, that thing, so Twitch is making, I'm not rich, I'm not wealthy, I'm not, but I'm feeling comfortable. I come from not wealth, I come from like a very basic background. So, making a little bit is like perfect for me. So YouTube, Twitch, our sponsorship, these are all revenues that are like, I feel like I'm living nice. I can go to the store, buy whatever I want. What would be your advice for one, like investing, because again, never came for money, don't even know where to get started, and two, like to optimize, maximize the revenues, that whole thing, because for example, I'm making money from YouTube, making money from Twitch, and I just have it sitting there. I feel like I don't have any desire to spend it. I'm not going to blow it all, but it's like I feel like investing would be good, but I have no damn idea where to start.
Investing in yourself, in your brand, or investing into something else?
Both. Well, I'll go with both.
So a good rule that I followed and still do is 10% of anything I make, I pull out and I put into investing.
Okay.
So like
when you say anything you make, sorry to cut you off, I don't want to get sidetracked. Anything you make that is, so for me that would be Twitch, YouTube. Is that like every donation, every like what's 10% of everything you make?
Basically, I would just look at my bank account. Like, you make it super easy. You look at your bank account this month, and it shows you everything that's been added. And then whatever that number is, you take 10% and you pull it out.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, if you need that money for something, awesome. But if you want to develop the habit, then that's a great habit to start building. What you invest in now becomes, like, if you don't know what you're doing at all, the easiest thing to do is just buy the index. So you could buy individual stocks, right? So you might love Amazon because they own Twitch. You could buy Amazon shares. I have a good chunk of my money in Amazon. The problem is if any one stock tanks, you've just lost a whole bunch of. So you have to be willing. It's high risk, high reward, right? Now the idea that like is Amazon going to go anywhere? The idea that Amazon is just going to blow up, so it can go to zero, is probably pretty low.
Yeah.
So I buy companies I think have a lot of upside. So I think Amazon has a lot of upside. I think Facebook has a lot of upside still. So I'm heavy in both of those. So if you want to get into that game and start to learn that, you can. Otherwise, you just buy the index, and an index is you just buy basically the entire S&P, so the whole stock market. So you ride with the stock market, and over time it'll keep going up.
And now, investing myself, what would that entail? Like, what would that mean? You know, yeah, what would that be?
It's a combination for you of team plus your own growth and development. So, going to TwitchCon is a good investment. Okay. Building your brand out there, right? If there's even if it's personal, like if it's personal development, speaker training, coaching. I mean, we can work more on that, and I'm not, charging you for that. But if there's other personal development things you want to work on, that there's courses on, you can go and learn from it. Team is then what's the next step for your team? Like, I'd love to see the branding definitely rise up. I'd love to see like think about what you love. Think about what you love doing in your business, which is probably gaming, and then think about what needs to happen in your company that you don't love as much. So, for example, I have a membership program where for $49 a month, I'm in a live stream every 2 weeks training people. I just finished it this morning.
Steal.
It's a steal. Whatever, you get it for free, dude. That's an even bigger steal. If he shows up on time. he did it today. But I have 2 people on my team who are in the community, who are in the chat. So do you hire somebody to be in your chat constantly? I know you have mods. Do you start to pay the mods? Say, hey, thank you so much for being a part. But now it's like you have to show up. Like, hey, I'm streaming from this time to this time. Can you please show up and take your shift? When I did the New York stream, Nick was in the house earlier. I don't know if he's still there, but
I seen that when I was joining.
I had people. I was doing up to 8 hours a day live streaming my trip, and there was always somebody from my team in the chat, responding to people, welcoming people, because you're not always able, right? I mean, you're playing, you're missing some of the questions. I know I post, and I don't get. Yeah. You don't see all my questions. Like, come on, this Manko guy. Am I like VIP enough to get my special something? Jesus. But you just don't see it. Like, you don't see everything, right? So yeah. I even have somebody on my team, even today, her name is Yelena, was taking the comments and the questions that I missed and would ping me on Facebook. So then smart. when I'm ready for Q&A, I can see, oh, John asked this question, right? Because a lot of the chat is not going to be super helpful or really useful or valid, but somebody in there saying thank you so much, welcoming, all of that is valuable because you want to keep your subscribers, right? If somebody interacts with them and says, hey, welcome, where nobody does this on Twitch, like nobody has like paid people who are in there just communicating, sending love. That could make the difference between somebody sticking around and paying you their $5 a month versus.
That makes sense because one was like, I have a lot of good mods when they are like welcoming or like somebody has a question, somebody does a command, it like looks great. I'm like, aw, that's nice, it's good. So having that consistent would definitely help. I could see that.
And this is the early stage of almost any business. We're at the beginning. You're not making any money, so nobody's making any money. And it's just this friendly and volunteer and kind of community vibe. And you want to keep the community vibe, but being able to then, hey, if you're making money, to start paying some of the people to help out, and then they have to show up, and they if they're able to make money doing it, chances are they love working with you a lot more than they love working at some restaurant or whatever else they're doing, right?
Fair enough.
Now,
That
you
is
still have to,
interesting.
yep. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, is there any advertising? Is there anything worth that? For example, what's popular in the league community is like giveaways to like promote your stream and everything. Would you think that is a good idea?
I'm not a
Like,
huge fan. I'm not a huge fan because you attract the wrong people. A lot of them don't stick.
Okay.
You're bringing the people who just want, you can boost your numbers, but most of them don't stick because they're there just to get the whatever, the phone or the iPad or the whatever, as opposed to actually caring about what you're doing. I think a better one would be find like if you have a budget to spend on advertising, I think a better one would find people who are like-minded, who have bigger streams than you, because you're about positivity and optimism and hope and love and all that. A lot of streamers aren't. Like Dr. Disrespect and you are not going to have the similar audience. Right? So I would look at who's a big streamer, who are a couple big streamers who have the same kind of vibe and mentality as you.
It's a hard question. I know Wrist. Wrist has always been like the staple boy of positivity for like the past years now. He's a great guy, love him to death, Garen player, but he's about the same size as me now. You know, since we've grown a lot. So
who's bigger? Like I think of Void Boy. How about Void Boy?
Void Boy would be great. Maybe contact him.
Or is there? Yeah, I mean, Void Boy is a pretty big streamer. Mm-hmm. But this should be now start like if you ask me in my industry, I could come up with a list of people. You need to start thinking there can't be only Void Boy and you and this guy. There's got to be other streamers.
I have to do my homework. Yeah, I have to research. Nothing just hits off the top of my head, you know. But I'm also not the smartest in that aspect. My memory.
No, that's fine. You know. It's not a smarts. It's just paying attention. Just like when you're coaching me on my macro, it's like I'm not getting it and I'm slowly working my way. It doesn't mean that I'm not smart. It's just I haven't done it enough to know. I'm working it.
You're an idiot. You're not. Just kidding. You are getting a lot better. It's been going well.
If I lose, I blame my coach.
I like that.
So what would you need to do? Because I looked into this too. There's no great way to Twitch advertise. Where like Instagram, you can advertise on a platform. If I wanted to promote a live stream, I could promote on my Instagram and run an ad against it. You can't really do that well on Twitch. So I think the way to do it would be sponsored raids.
Okay.
So I think what happens is you figure out, if you take Void Boy, I don't know what it would cost to say, now listen, you're in the same skill level as Void Boy. You're not even asking him to go down a level. It's not like he's going to be playing with some bronze guy.
Yeah.
Right? I would try to connect with Void Boy and say, hey, at the end of your next stream. What's that?
Buy a duo session, essentially?
At the end of his stream, to then start your stream.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
The last game of his is a duo that then he raids your channel. And to watch it, it has to be on your channel. So like the first game is the raid. So he's finishing off his stream. Hey guys, I'm finishing my stream. I got one more game left. It's going to be with my man Kyle. He's going to play some Teemo. I'm going to play some whatever. You want to watch it? We're going to be on his channel going. Then he raids you. Then he joins you on your channel and you play a game together. And you chat and banter and whatever, do your thing. And then he pops off because he's done. And now you carry on for your entire stream.
That makes sense. Yeah, thank you for that idea.
And you pull in your audience. And like, because a lot of times with the raids, people bounce because they don't see the interact. Like, who is this guy? Right?
The rating system on Twitch, rating host, it's kind of just like, give it like a handshake. It's like, hey, we're cool. That's about it. It doesn't really do much production. It's kind of almost like I just want to be your friend. It's like saying hi, you know. It's not really doesn't benefit many streams, you know.
But if he's rating you and they see him with you playing, right, and they can see him on camera, like what you did with when you did your challenge, the coach guy, the Teemo 1v1.
Yeah. You like that, huh? That was fun.
It was decent. I wanted to join, but I couldn't commit to like future rounds.
That's fair.
But I liked it. It's great. And how you guys interacted. And so that, right? So Void Boy finishes a stream. ends it, raids you, plays the first game with you. You queue up, you're talking whatever you talk in the chat, and then he bounces, and you get to keep a certain percentage of his audience who will just keep watching.
Okay, great idea.
Now, how much would that cost? Maybe he even does it for free just because it's community, or maybe you have to pay him to do it.
Worth asking, you know. I think we're on good terms, so yeah, I'll give that a whirl.
And then find more people like that.
Okay.
And then once a week, try to be doing a raid.
Okay, that's smart.
Okay. Right? And then that's somebody that you could, either you're paying to do it, or it could also be somebody that you're hiring to do the outreach. Because Kyle should not be the one doing the outreach.
That's why I have Cake for. She runs everything.
Great. Okay. But like, so then she should start getting paid something. Right? But if you have extra money, maybe Cake's doing something. Yeah, maybe Cake's getting some money. You know, or you give it to a mod or somebody.
Yeah, I think that would be good because I have a lot of nice mods that like I've known forever, and I feel like I would just give them money just because they've earned it, you know. So we can kind of incentivize that. It sounds great, and nobody does that, so it's something new. It's like, hey, Manko's actually paying me to mod. Whoa, look at this guy, you know. So that's good.
Pay me to mod, but pay me to do outreach. Like if there's somebody who like maybe Kate can do it for now, but Sarah can only do so much, and she's got her own stream and everything else to do. So what's the best use of Sarah's time?
Yeah.
And maybe right now this is it. Like Sarah has so much time, X amount of hours a week to help Manko with his stream, right? What's the best use of that time? Maybe it's outreach. Maybe it's being in stream. Like maybe people love it when Nina hops onto my stuff, my lives, Instagram, all of it. They love it when Nina hops in because it brings out a different side. Like maybe Sarah's best role isn't actually behind the scenes. It's actually being more on camera instead of doing these outreaches, right? Like, I don't know. But what's the best use of her time? Just before this, like 5 minutes before I went live with you, I went live with Natalie, who runs an Instagram account called Boss Babe. She's got 2 million followers on her account. And I know Natalie. I was just in Puerto Rico with her a couple months ago. But somebody on my team, that's his job, is to every week book somebody on my Instagram live with me.
That's smart.
So I'm not the one reaching out to Natalie. Luca reached out to her.
Okay.
And then we did the clap together. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a great idea. Thank you.
So the beginning at the start could be you or could be Sarah, and you guys are doing it together. But then if it's growing and it's working, now you have some money coming in. You're not off dropping it on your Lambo. You're investing it back into the business to help it grow.
Sounds good. I just wanted to hit the next topic because it's very important. The Mighty Modes. Like, ready? Hey, Believe Team. Thanks for the sub. Welcome to the Mighty Modes, where our mental is as mighty as our community. Thanks for joining. Appreciate you. That's the good.
Yeah, you did that. You did that to me. It was decent. I think we need like another. I like the like tapping the arm.
Yeah, but I don't have anything anymore. I'm going to be tapping peanut butter.
Well, that's fine, but it also doesn't fit because it's not. It was the muscle modes. Now
I was just a meathead back then. You know, just worked out and played Timo. Now it's more.
So I like the pointing to the head, but then how did you end it? Where our mental is what?
Is as mighty as our community.
So what can we do for community? Our mental heart or like heart?
Yeah, that could work.
Our mental is as tight as our community.
As
something
mighty.
Like that. As mighty.
The Mighty Modes.
Oh, okay. Our mental.
Do you like it? A good idea? How are you thinking?
I think anything can stick.
Mm-hmm.
It's just repetition as long as it makes sense. Like it's so much better. What you were doing before was great because it makes it feel special compared to, oh, welcome back. Thanks. Like everybody else does. Yeah. Hey, thank you so much. Oh, wow. 20 months. Thank you so much for coming back. That's what everybody does. So knowing that, you know, I'm waiting for our mental is as strong as our community.
Like I said, I think I'm going to stick with it. I think it's great. It's going great.
Yeah. Now you may not be able to do 2 hearts because you're gaming, right? Like you got the mouse. I don't know. Like, are you pound a heart or something?
I can do 1. Okay.
Something like that.
So with that being said, the overlay that we have right now, the muscle overlay.
We need to change it.
Yeah. Do you have a guy that can change it, or would you like me to look into it?
We could probably change it. I think we need to. So I
It
gotta
could
think
just
of.
be like the Super Timo skin. The Super Timo has the cape. That could work with Mighty. Well, I'm not that creative, so I mean that was just an idea I was thinking about, but
So Mighty Mo's, the
Mhm.
Mighty Mo's, but we
History
need to.
Timo with like a fist in front of him. Like that's pretty mighty.
What was that? The picture now is taken from somewhere, right? Like we didn't make that.
No, that was just temporary for 5 days. It's gone now.
What do you mean? No, the one at the top is like Timo, but like super
Oh,
built, right?
yeah, that's from like Reddit. It's from like a Reddit
Okay,
post.
okay. So we either use the skin, or we find. I wonder. Um, like what we need to have is Timo wearing the Manko's hoodie.
Yeah,
We
that'd
need to
be
have
cool.
Timo wearing a Manko hoodie.
On that, it's like I would as part of the investing, I would invest into some merch now. Like that's
Yeah,
something I would be willing to do with my own capital.
Manko needs to wear a Manko hoodie.
Yeah, so if you want to get going on that, if you want to talk about it, like seriously, I'm ready to like pull the trigger on that.
Yeah,
Um,
I don't know that you would sell that much yet, but it's important for your brand to start wearing your stuff to be
I
seen,
agree.
and then also pay attention to your scene, like what's behind you. Like my office, this is all set up. It's my studio, right? Like
Mhm.
these are all here with intent.
Make
It's
it
not
like
just
constant is what you're saying. A constant. I'm always wearing my hoodie. Always have a cool background.
always wearing your merch. Doesn't always have to be a hoodie, but always wearing your merch, and then paying attention to what's in the background. Frame it. Doesn't I don't care what's in everything else, but you frame your background so that it's whatever is meaningful for you, whether it's
Okay,
books or whether it's Timo plates
I'll be
or not
working
just
on it.
like living room. Like design your living room so that it's a set.
Are you saying? Do you have a problem with my? Do you have a problem with my background? Look,
Yeah,
it's a, it's a
it's a
cat
mess.
tower. Paint on the cat tower. Yeah.
Yes,
No, it's
yes.
a background. I've never looked into that at all. That's never even been like even a thought. So you put that thought in my head. I'll get to work on that.
And you could chat with Cake about it. You could talk about it on your stream and take feedback from the audience. But this is elevating the Manko brand.
Mm-hmm.
So you're wearing your Manko. So we should figure out what your Manko. Is it just the same logo, just on a purple hoodie? Is it
Cake's got Cake. Me and Cake talked about it and worked on it last week, and she's got some good ideas. We'll probably toss you an email with everything we're thinking of because we've been thinking about it for the past week. I've just been kind of
okay?
doing the should I do it? Should I not do it? But like I'm ready to commit now, and I'm ready to
Yeah,
get
yeah.
that
You should
rolling.
definitely do it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So we have a
definitely
couple
have to do
ideas.
it.
We'll shoot you an email, and
The hat. You
like
need a hat.
I do. But
Manko hat.
you absolutely murdered the tank top. Like that TwitchCon tank top is a beaut. I still wear it. People are like, man, that tank top's sweet. So it's like we would like you to do everything with yeah.
The
Not do
purple
everything,
is
but
fire.
work with us.
Well, listen, I got it. And listen, that was a great collab. Like, I wouldn't have done that, but you love purple. I gave you a whole bunch of color options, and you said like this purple, right? And then a whole bunch of font options like this font. So we could definitely figure that out. I think the purple's fire. Like if you just had the purple, you could take the exact same thing, purple hoodie. We just got to find. That's a challenge. That tank top purple is rough to find,
Yeah, I
right? If you said
remember.
black or white, it's super easy.
I'd pay
But
$100 a
purple.
tank top for that damn purple.
Jesus Christ. And then like day one it's got a rip in it. Like, come on, Kyle, take care of your gear.
Hey, I still have two pristine ones. Okay.
No, that's okay. But that branding, like if it's just the same purple tank top, but the branding on it.
We're sticking with the purple. The Manko, the font is what we're looking at changing.
Okay.
Like I said, we have a couple ideas. I'm just gonna do it in email.
Send me an email.
I almost want to keep it a surprise. I want to keep it a
Okay,
surprise
yeah.
and allow you. So
I think what we should have is then Timo. The artwork is Timo wearing the hoodie.
that would be great, and like that would be good because it's like that could be like my profile picture for everything. Like
Yeah.
Twitch, Twitter, Instagram. Because you can get those little. I think they're called chibis. You pay an artist, and they could draw it up, and it's like it looks great. So that would make so much sense.
Yeah, and your person, I can look into it too. But I think once we nail down the hoodie, then we've got if it's Super Timo with the cape, then that's it. But he's wearing the hoodie, and then it's the Mighty Mo's.
Yeah, that all sounds like very synergized and awesome. I'm excited.
Yeah, this is now elevating So we're growing our stream, we're making more money, we're doing it, we're taking 10% out, investing into, you know, ourselves, but then extra money we're paying maybe cake, we're paying our mods, we're investing into gear, we're investing into our background, we're elevating the brand so that I like that, like, don't lose the humbleness. The humbleness is great where you came from. But also now that can be a really a detriment to getting you to where you need to be. Like, you need to own that, hey, I'm one of the best team players in the world, and combine that with the mental that I want to bring to spread positivity to the league community.
Sounds like a freaking game plan.
Yeah, man.
Sounds like a very synergetic, very synergized. Very synergized.
You need to get a purple chair. It's got to say Timo on it or Manko or something instead of
hair purple.
But you wear a hat. The hat has to have, like, that's the thing. Like, it's figure out.
Sick.
It could be like, but you got to think of, is it too much purple? Is it purple on purple?
I turn purple. I'm an Oompa Loompa.
You turn purple. You are purple. Yeah, all of it. Right? You play with it, but that you want, like, you don't feel comfortable in the tank tops anymore. Awesome, but that concept, and then that branding brings it to everything. So even the awards, it used to be tank tops, right? 1 month, 3 month, 8 month, or whatever.
Yeah.
Same thing now. What is it? Now it's just not.
Now it's honor badges, which fit the positive vibe to a degree.
Do people know what those are? I guess if they're in league.
Only league players know what it is. So yeah, we eventually. Okay. I'm fine with you. I'm not emotionally attached to it.
I think it should be branded. I mean, it's really tiny icons to work with, but I think we should be heavily branding those.
Okay, I think that'll be when we get all this together, and we can push for that as well.
Like, the wall behind you could be purple.
Yeah, that's true. That'd be nice.
Right?
Okay, I've got my homework. You killed your homework assignments last week. Now I've got mine.
So don't go. You don't have to worry about going home and painting the wall purple yet. But like, running those ideas. No, but I'm serious. Yeah. Like, you can't see it fully on Instagram because it's tight. But I'm doing interviews all day long today. I'm guaranteed half of them are going to comment on my setup.
That's awesome.
It introduces you before you even show up. Like, who is this guy?
Yeah. No, it makes sense. It definitely gives you that. It's like setting the tone. It's like, it's like first impressions. I can see that for sure.
Yeah, and so the hat, the gear. Think about what you would actually love wearing, because you always wear hats. So great. So we need a custom hat, and you always wear t-shirts or hoodies. So we need a custom
hat, t-shirt, or hoodie. I like them both. Hat, t-shirt, or hoodie, and then eventually down the line, sweatpants would be great. It'd be a nice little merch set.
Even just for you to wear it before you worry about, like, don't think of it as a revenue model yet. That's still way down the line.
No. It's definitely, I can see how it's just for me right now. It's almost like self-advertising.
Yeah. It's elevating your brand, or even something over your heart. Like, if you're going to keep hitting your heart every time you add a sub, something over your heart that you're touching. Right?
Okay.
Things to think about. I
like it.
All right. Let's go. We got some work.
Awesome.
Cool. Thanks, Kyle.
No connection issues. This was great. We do this every week.
You need headphones next time, though. And although this time it worked out great.
I'll have to do that.
Make an investment into some headphones.
Heck yeah. It's my first investment. We're doing it. It's my first investment.
Branded purple headphones. There we go.
I can work that. That sounds great.
All right. Thanks, Kyle. Talk soon, man.
Bye-bye.